Good evening, everybody. Here we are, another Thursday night of the grind. I'm hoping there's going to be some other people on here, but let me go on and get with these sponsors real fast. They support this show and I support them. So let's start off right here. Let's see this right here. Right on. All right. Next up, we've got Urban Rides Magazine, established 2019, 3-year-old magazine. It is a killer magazine. You've got to get your subscription. They're like collector's items. Plus, they're online at urbanridesmagazine.com. You can get a digital subscription also, or you can follow them right here on Facebook. But whatever you do, tell them Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up are our good friends over at Print Signs and Designs, PSD. These guys have made all of the grind t-shirts. They've made all of the grind posters. I mean, these guys, all of your needs, they're done right there. So reach out to the guys over at Print Signs and Designs at 856-453-0336 and tell them Kevin with the Grind sent you. Next up, our good friends over at Squealing Pigs Audio right here in Baytown, Texas. So Lonnie is the guy, man. He builds bikes, does stereos, and does everything. And here's a little news for you guys going over to the Lucky 7 bike nights. Be paying attention. There's a 6-speaker that Mr. Lonnie's got that he promises will just about beat up on every 6-speaker out there. Be looking at him. Be looking for him at a couple of the shows. He's got a 6-speaker killer. You got to check him out. Lonnie Rebels, Squealing Pigs Audio, right here in Baytown, Texas. Last but not least, our good friends over at Indiana and Northern Illinois Thunder Roads Magazine, Miss Marsha Fitzpatrick. I'll tell you what, man, these guys have been great supporters of the show. They have a great magazine. you got to get over to them and go check them out at Indiana and Northern Illinois' Thunder Roads Magazine. All right, everybody. So tonight I do have a guest, and it's going to be a pretty good interview tonight. I'm going to screw it up no matter how I say it. But before I bring her on, I want to go over some stuff real quick with you guys and let you guys know we are in the middle of May, and the 2022 Grind National Biker Build-Off is in full swing. If you started your bike January 1st, you're in. You can get in. You can get in. Okay. I'm going to go over these 2022 build-off rules real quick for everybody that hasn't known about it or whatever. The Grind National Biker Build-Off is a $2,500 entry fee. This is the first thing, and that's per bike. So if you're one of those guys that wants to put multiple bikes in it, you can put as many bikes in it as you want. They have to be full builds, and the rules go like this. Your entry fee is $2,500 per bike entered. The entry fee is non-refundable. This is a winner-take-all build-off and show. All types of builds are welcome. All types of builders are welcome. Black, white, purple, green, yellow. I don't care what color you are. You need to get in the build-off. Big shops, small shops, garage jockeys like myself, it doesn't matter. Anybody can get into it as long as you're willing to pay your $2,500 entry fee. When you enter the show, you decide what type of bike you build. You must submit a 3-minute or less video stating who you are, what you're building, and why you wanted to enter this show. You must submit 5-minute or less progress videos weekly of your entire build from start to finish for the documentary, because yes, I turned into a documentary. As you guys saw, 2021 documentary is out. It's on Vimeo, and you can find it under the Grind Biker Build Off on Vimeo. 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 It's $3.99. Get you a copy. We also have the documentaries on DVD Blu-rays. Also, you can purchase those. Those are going to be $14.99. Get with me or any of the other builders that we'll have them in stock, and you can order them, you can get them, and you can keep them. Rule number 7 is you do not have to post any pictures or videos of your build unless you choose to. It can be a complete secret. You do have to submit the videos to Earl, though, because Earl's got to make the documentary. He doesn't want to do all of it at the last second. You must give credit to any and everyone that does any type of work to your build, i.e. the seat, the paint, the metalwork, etc., has to be given in your videos. You cannot start your build until January 1st of 2022. If we find out you have a bike that you already built and you're trying to squeeze it up in here, we have an issue. You are responsible for all of the travel and the lodging expenses to get to the show in November on the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th of 2022. You may ask for your judging sheets back after the judging has happened. All the judging sheets are on the Grind website and on the Grind Facebook page. You can print them out, get them right now, and you can build your bike around the judging sheet. All the pictures or the videos taken of your bike are submitted by you to the Grind are property of the Grind for promotional use. That means I can use it for the documentary. I can use it for still frames. I can use it to promote you. That's what it means. 13, the winner will be responsible for all taxes due on the winning money. Yes, you will have to get a 1099, but there's a special 1099 for this. Each builder will be given 3 minutes the day of the show to explain your build to the judge. Only 3 minutes. Don't be a dick and try to hang out with them half the day. You know, get your 3 minutes, explain what you did, what you built, answer their questions, tell them things about it, whatever you want to do, but be nice. Get your 3 minutes in and let the next builder have their 3 minutes. Each builder must pay me, Kevin Sockwell, $150 for your display sign. I need that money because I want all the signs to look exactly the same. You must submit me your artwork that you want on that sign, though. After the show is over, you do keep your sign and you do take it with you. Number 16, there will be a Builder's Choice Award for the first bike or for one bike given by the previous the previous year's Builder's Choice winner. This is not part of the build-off, and it doesn't have any cash prize associated to it. And the winner of that was Dan Juban and the guys from Shy South. They will be picking the winner. They will be picking the winner of the Builder's Choice, not the money. Number 17, your build-off bike must run, and it must be ridden into the show on all 4 applicable days of the rally. Until that judging is over with, your bike must run. A signed copy of the Declaration of Rules must accompany your entry fee, no exception. This is the Declaration of Rules. It's got a place to sign and date it. You have to submit this with your 2,500 or you're disqualified. Number 19, pay attention to this one, ladies and gentlemen. If any of these rules, any of them, are not followed or done, you will be disqualified and all the monies paid will be forfeited. Read them carefully. Now, I've gone over that. You got to understand that this entire build-off, I'm trying to get it to where you guys actually have some skin in the game, actually prove what you built, and there's a documentary that you're going to own at the end of it. If you are a builder in the show and your bike is there and you didn't get disqualified, you will be given a free poster, a free t-shirt, and a DVD. Only one set of those goes to each shop. Even if you got 20 builders in your shop helping you that are employed by you, I'm sorry, I'm only going to give one poster, one DVD, and one t-shirt, which I'm pretty sure everybody got their t-shirts already except for Logan Black. Now, with that being said, yes, we have builders in the show this year. Yes, we want more builders in the show this year. Earl has made a flyer. It's going around everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. You need to get it. You need to share it because I'm going to tell you what, man, if you think the 25,000 last year divided by 2, which one was 17,500 and the other one was 7,500, if you think that's a lot of money, just do the math on this. 20 builders. That's $50,000 you could win. Be sure to tell your people. Be sure to spread the message. Let's try to get more than 10 builders like we did last year. Anyway, let me get over here. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm probably going to screw her name up. But if I'm not mistaken, it's Michelle. So here we go. So everybody say hello to Michelle with Michelle's Kustoms out of Florida. Hello. We can't hear you. Is the mute on? The volume up? Can't hear you. Y'all give her a second. She's coming on. It'll be all right. I heard you a minute ago. I don't hear you now. We can't hear you. Can you hear me? You can hear me. I can't hear you. There's no volume on your end. Michelle, are you on a phone or are you on a laptop? Okay, I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. Look at me. Can you hear me? Okay, what I need you to do is log out and then log back in, and maybe that'll fix the issue. That happens sometimes. Okay, well, we'll bring her back really quick. Step out and come back. Yeah, she's doing that. All right, so I see there are a lot of people. Scotty Roberts is finally back in the house. Apparently, he's over me cussing him out that night. What's going on, Scotty? I know you're doing a big benefit for Mr. Ricky. Yes, I will be donating a custom guitar strap. You need to call me, text me. Let's figure out what kind of strap we're going to make, and I will gladly donate that for your shop and for Ricky to get help with whatever he needs. What's up, Mr. William Cole, Miss Marcia Fitzpatrick, Mr. Bad Murray, Austin Swindles in the house, Mr. Dan Smooth, Juban, Uncle Bruno, as always, Mr. Jeremy Goheen, Miss Janice is in the house. Michelle Roll, so glad to see you up in the house tonight. I know you're in California doing your thing tonight, learning. What's up, Mr. Logan Black, Mr. Brad Murray? Let's see, Mr. Gus Gray's in the house. Oh, my buddy Brian Barber's in the house. We got a full house tonight. I went to get a smoothie today, and I told them Kevin from the grind sent me, and they just looked at me funny. Or they don't know that. Everyone's got a loud bike until they actually hear a monster audio bass. Well, yeah, I agree with you, Logan, but I'm talking 6-speaker on 6-speaker. I ain't talking all these monster bags that are 14 feet wide and 30 inches deep. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking 6-speaker to 6-speaker. I'm just saying. What's up, Mr. Pat Price? What's going on? Or Miss Pat Price. I can't see that little tiny Mr. Pat Price. Rich Cozy's in the house. Mr. Earl Hopkins, Miss Tammy Hoff Power. I don't know how to say her last name. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. We put a lot of heart and soul in that. All the builders put a lot into it. I thank you for watching it. Like I said, we will have DVDs available for sale. They're going to be $14.99 plus shipping, unfortunately. But they will be ready. What's up, Mr. Justin Davis? Would love to do it, just don't have the time. I hear that all the time. I would love to do it, but I don't have the time. What's up, Sarah? June 4th, 2022, badass benefit, badass guy in Canton, Texas. Hell yeah. My lady, Miss Dana's in the house. Hello. Man, Ricky Brewer's in the house. Mr. Patrick Cooper's in the house tonight. T.S. Hewitt's in the house. Man, we got a full house tonight, man. What's up, Mr. Aaron Crispin? Right on, watching the show on the big screen. So anyway, so we've got Michelle in here. She's coming back on. Don't worry, we got a good interview. I've wanted to interview her for a long, long time. But getting people in here because she's an hour ahead of us. So right now it's already 10:21. It's hard to get people's schedules to align right with everything. But here's the deal. So look at this, man. I'm starting to realize there are a lot more women in this industry than I even knew about. I have met so many people, including women, in this industry that are kicking ass and taking names. I can't wait for a woman to actually get into one of my build-offs. I can't wait for the girls, their approach on bike building and stuff like that. I do know of women that build, women that weld, women that paint, that do it all. Hopefully, eventually, we'll have some of that. What's up, Mr. Lynch? Glad to see you here, buddy. But anyway, so the build off is going. I'm waiting for more builders. I got just a gut feeling in June and July are just people are going to knock me down wanting to get in on it. And this year I will let you, but you have to have everything on that. The declaration of rules, you have to have it all. You got to submit your videos, got to submit your money, you got to sign the declaration. I mean, you got to do all of these stuff. You already had a woman in the build off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here goes. Here we go. He just didn't show up. Man, speaking of that, man, has anybody even seen or heard from Louis? He hasn't been very active lately, man. I'm kind of getting worried because, hell, he used to watch every Thursday night, and now I don't know if he's watching under a different name, an alias or something. I don't know, but I miss having his shenanigans on the show. But I will tell all of you guys this, man. If I could enter my own show, I would have already paid my $2,500, paid myself the $150 for the sign. I would be in this thing. Kevin getting his strap on. Hell yeah. Hey, I got a question for everybody that's watching on the Facebook app. Is there a button there that has stars on it? Because I got a message the other day from Facebook saying they were going to be allowing stars on here, which is some sort of payment system to where you can pay and it will help fund the grind show. Because apparently I have enough videos up now, which, by the way, if all you guys don't know, we're in the neighborhood of around 300 videos. So Michelle Rowe, you said yeah. Luis Rodriguez said yes. Somebody hit that star and see what it says so I can figure out what it actually does, because I don't know anything about it. I just know they were saying it was a way to monetize it. I'm not asking you to pay me anything. I'm just saying if someone could take a second or two, hit the star, see what it does, see how it works or whatever the deal is, because I'm dying to know how that works. I've seen other podcasts and videos like this, and they've had the stars and things like that, but I've never, I didn't know anything about it until they emailed me, and then they emailed and said that my page was eligible for it. So I followed the links and stuff and did what it said to do, but I don't know what it does monetarily for me. So anyway, I did a screenshot. I texted it to you after the show. You can text it to me now during the show because my phone's over here. I'm not on it. Please subscribe to the Grind Biker Build Off YouTube channel. The link is below. Be sure to hit that up. Man, I'm hoping Michelle comes back in. Come on, Michelle. I got an interview for you. First 200 stars is free. Okay, so hit those. If they give you free stars, go on and knock those down, and let's see what that does, because I'm not 100% sure what it does to the grind page itself. Let's see. Okay. Mr. Lewis. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I see. 5 stars valid for 30 days only. Okay. So I guess if you got 200 free stars, send them to me. Let's see what happens. I'd like to see what that does. You're waiting for me. I'm not in it here. I'm going to send you a new link, Michelle. Hold on 2 seconds, okay? Okay. All right. All right. I copied the link. I'm sending it over to you right now. Let's see. Here we go. All right, Michelle, I just sent you a brand new link. Just do what you did before and see if we can't get you up into this show. I appreciate you guys. Says send 99 stars for 99 cents. Okay, that's kind of cool. But anyway, it's a way apparently somehow or another that you can actually buy stars, and it does something for the grind page itself. So I don't know if it's a monetary system that goes to me or how it does. But yeah, I'm getting the text messages, Uncle Bruno, Aaron Crispin. That's pretty freaking cool. But those are one of the tools that I can use that might ultimately end up helping the show itself. Are you there, Michelle? And I still can't hear you. Hold on, I'm going to bring her into the show. Let's see if we can't hear her. Are you there? Yeah, so we can't hear you. Do you have a volume button on your computer or your cell phone that you can turn the external volume up? And it's all the way up? Huh. I don't understand why I can't. Ooh. Are you on your cell phone? You're on a... Okay. Okay. So she's going to go get her cell phone. I don't know what she just did, but she ain't going to be able to do that. So I'll remove her out. She can come back in. Anyway, as you guys know, all you guys have been, most all of y'all have been watching since the beginning of the show. I started the show out on a cell phone. Then I finally upgraded to a laptop. Then I upgraded to this Be Live server. So it's just a learning process for me to get where I need to be and get the show where it needs to be, which is what I was telling everybody. We're going to eventually try to roll this over to YouTube 100% because there's so much more you can do on YouTube itself. Because they have the ability to do those things. Like one of the biggest things I was wanting to do is be able to play videos. Let me say over here, play videos behind me up here in the corner, because there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of cool content that I get sent that I would love to show you guys. Like there's stuff that Brian Barber sends me that would be really cool to show on the show. And there's just different things like that that I can do. What's up, Steven? I appreciate you watching, buddy. And that last name is Butkus. Butkus? I don't know. I tried to get it right. But anyway, so for all of you guys knowing, the reminds me of my second wife. Lips moved but couldn't hear a word. Jesus Christ, John. That ain't even right. Holy moly. Michelle's going to kick your ass. She said, I'm waiting for you. Michelle will make it on here. I promise you guys. It's going to happen, man. It'll be a good interview also. Anyway, so let me catch you guys up on some current activities. So, man, I'm really starting to see a lot of activity in the industry. Starting to see a lot of cool stuff coming out, a lot of cool Softail stuff. If any of you guys get the opportunity that don't already, you need to go watch Dan Rollins, and you need to watch Dustin Maben. Those guys are killing the game right now. I mean, when it comes to metal work, metal fabrication, machining, all this stuff, they are kicking ass. I mean, it's the kind of stuff, man, I wish I could just watch all day long. You confusing the fuck out of me every time you say Michelle. I am. You know, and that's the funny thing. Let me explain something to you guys. So, for all of you guys that have been watching for a long time, there's 3 Michelles and 1 Jennifer. That's the 4 women painters that I know. 3 Michelles and 1 Jennifer. Now, let me ask you a question. How many more Michelles do you think are out there that paint? And these 3 women, Michelle Rowe, Michelle Lefrancois, and Michelle Kustoms in Florida, all 3 of those women are seriously badass painters. And hats off, Michelle Rowe. Man, your artwork is your airbrushing is moving to next level shit. I'm so proud of you. It's not even funny. I've been seeing some of the work you do, and no, we don't talk as much as we used to because you're busy. You're busy all the time now. But I will say this live in front of everybody. I'm extremely proud of you, and your craft is definitely getting better. Your next level stuff, man, I'm telling you, it's badass. Actually, I was talking to Patrick Cooper the other day about it, and man, he was telling me, man, her airbrushing skills are getting way better, way more detailed, just awesome. So good job, Michelle Rowe. You're kicking that ass and taking them names. But anyway, so I'm thinking about trying to do something next year with the biker build off. So there may be actually 2 shows next year. I kind of want to work it out before I say anything or I do anything because, are you there? Still can't hear you. Let me see some app using your microphone, Google Chrome. Can anybody else hear Michelle? Talk, Michelle. Nobody can hear you. I have no earthly idea what is going on. And then she's gone. Man. There you are.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, holy Jesus.
What did you do?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Do me a favor. Watch what I'm about to do. I'm about to grab my screen and pull it down so it raises me up just a little bit. Okay. Do the same thing.
Oh. No.
There you go.
Listen, I'm not touching nothing. Now that you can hear me, I got to set this up.
We can hear you, man. This is awesome.
This is crazy.
I don't know what happened, but it don't feel like you're the only one. It happens with so many people when you're on formats like this and stuff. But, you know, we always get it figured out, just like we did tonight. So hold on. So what is your first name and your last name?
My first name is Marie.
Marie.
But I always been called Michelle because I got two names, Marie Michelle, and I always stuck to with Michelle.
Yeah. What's your last name?
Mallard, like the
Mallard,
like the duck.
like the duck. Okay. Now I need to. I have a couple questions I want to ask you right out of the bat because we're down to half an hour now. How did you get into painting? Not just motorcycle, but in the craft of painting.
Actually, I was good at doing a horse portrait,
Yeah.
and a boyfriend of mine had a harness racing stable, and then he was asking me, he said, "Could you paint horses on my helmet?" And that's how I got started.
Really?
I
Did
started
Did you
by
use an airbrush or were you using paint brushes?
paintbrush.
Wow, that's totally awesome. So, how long have you been painting now?
30 years.
30 years. You don't look old enough to be painting 30 years.
Oh God. And the light is really bright. It's like, oh my God, it's so light. Um, hey, I started this as a hobby. Um, the reason why I'm connected to motorcycles is because my mom and dad used to ride. So yeah, no, it's a passion for the paint. It's a passion for pushing and the passion, and I eat that stuff.
Paint can't be good to eat. So, do you have an Instagram page?
I do.
Okay, tell everybody what the Instagram page is.
It's the same name as my Facebook page, but my face, I do not post as much on Instagram as on Facebook. I got more people hooked up on Facebook than Instagram.
So, you need to connect them, put them together. You can actually go into Instagram and connect them. So, anytime you post on Instagram, it automatically goes to Facebook.
Yeah.
That way you'll end up getting more, and then you need to get on TikTok. TikTok is where you can have some serious fun. I love TikTok. Because they're just quick videos. I think they can go from like 15 seconds all the way to 3.5 minutes now.
You
Sister
know,
Jeremy Valentine's in the house. What's up, buddy?
I just actually installed this app on my phone today.
Really? What app?
The TikTok.
Oh, really?
I just did it today because there was something I wanted to watch, and that was the only way to watch it.
Well, you need to start your own page. You need to start making some videos and let this stuff work for you. That's how I found Michelle Lefrancois is on TikTok.
I am so busy right now. I do not do publicity. I have a Google page. Well, if you Google my name, it will pop out, and there's pictures of all my work in there. Um, a lot of my customers are coming from Google.
Yes. Well, I will. Michelle Rose said she picked up perverts from TikTok, so she deleted it. And Michelle Lefrancois said they're everywhere. She's already booked up. Google her. Yeah, well, I know that. I already know she's booked. She's booked for the next 2 months. She's already said that. So,
I refuse work every day.
what part of Florida are you in?
I'm in Pompano.
Pompano, Florida.
Yeah,
We'll dance on TikTok.
it's north of Fort Lauderdale.
So, do you go to Fort Lauderdale a lot?
No,
Ah,
I don't go nowhere.
I've always wanted to go there. Never been.
I work 7 days a week.
You can't do that. Ask Brian Barber. It'll put you in the hospital. It'll put you in. You got to have time to enjoy, unwind, relax.
I need a new bike.
She said, I need a new bike. Speaking of that, you were in a wreck, right, on your bike. And that's what you're saying when you say you need a new bike. It's to replace that one, correct?
I wish I could replace it with the same bike, but being a lone woman in this business, it's not always easy, and it's coming. I'm gonna have another bike, but that's not gonna be the one I lost.
Man, maybe you can make it what you love.
Oh, trust me.
Right on. So, okay, so let's talk more. Let's talk about that. So, you're a female painter. You got into it because of a boyfriend. You started out painting with paintbrushes, and now you got into airbrushing, right? And then I've seen your paint jobs; they're amazing. It's really, really good stuff.
Thank you.
How did you get into riding motorcycles?
How did I get into riding motorcycles?
Mm-hmm.
I see my mom and dad many weekends leaving the house. And you know what? And I used to ride with my dad. When my mom was not going, I was like, I want to go. Take me, take me.
Right on.
Yeah.
So, how old were you when you rode on your first motorcycle? I'm assuming it was with your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. When we were able to get on. Yeah. Um, I don't remember how old I was. I don't know. I know that we had the very mini little motorcycles at the campground that we used to ride, the little mini Hondas.
Yeah.
That's how we got started.
I think that's how most people got started was on the little Honda 50s. They're not really dirt bikes. They're kind of like two-wheeled go-karts, just a certain kind of wheel.
It was fun.
Yeah, and they're so cool. I didn't start that way like everybody else. I didn't start riding motorcycles into my late 20s, and my first bike was a crotch rocket, and it is what it is. But once the bug gets you, it gets you. It gets you big time. What's up, Mr. John Nolan?
And you know what? I'm hooked up with so many women from many places, and I looked at all their trips and where they're going. Utah, Colorado, Wyoming. I dream so much about leaving for a whole month. And that's why I had got this big bike, because I rode up to Sturgis by myself. And you know what? Oh my God, it was so amazing.
You rode to Sturgis by yourself?
Yep. And I came back by myself
Really?
from
That's
here.
that's impressive.
I love it.
There's a lot of stuff I would like to do like that. Okay, let's get back into the paint part because you said you started out painting with a paintbrush. How did you learn how to actually, because there's a lot of stuff with painting. Like I'm finding out right now that candies are really, really hard and complicated, and a lot of stuff has to be done with them.
Nah.
Really? I
Nah.
know two painters that have been.
Then I'm going to match you a fender with two CVO colors on there. I'm going to eyeball them right there in the paint room.
Really? Even candies? Wow.
I from the get-go with the helmets, I had to match the drivers' colors,
Yeah.
their suits. And my paint was just water-based paint. And then I switched to the Createx color that are excellent colors for automotive. And, I just have the eyeball for the colors for some reason.
So is candy harder than regular paint jobs to do?
No.
No?
I can't say no. There's different candy that are harder to, how can I say, to make all the pieces look the same color. Like that Indian that I painted, that's orange. It's tangerine. I just shooted the whole thing. It's over flake, and there was not a mismatch part on this bike. It was all equally like I sprayed it. It was all put together.
Now, are you doing a lot of the big wheel baggers and the real custom paint jobs on the big wheel baggers with the stretch bags and all that stuff too?
No.
You're not.
You know, I have tried many times do bikes for big shop, big guys, and it always end up to shit.
Why's that?
I don't know. Maybe I got too much balls for them. I mean, listen. I mean, I will push that paint job more than what your wallet can afford, and
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know if there's something between a man's that has a woman that, let's say, the paint job looks better than the build. They, if the paint take over the rest of the bike, it's a big no no right there.
Yeah.
And it did happen to me.
So when you do those bigger bikes like that, do they give them to you? You got to do all the body work and the molding and all that stuff too.
I don't mind doing it.
You don't mind doing it.
No, if it pays, I'll get right down into it and I'll make it right. And I mean, right now I'm into more like doing the Dynas, the FXRs. Um, there's still a lot of work. It's just that um, big baggers. I mean, it just don't pay. It doesn't pay. I mean,
Yeah.
for the stuff I want to do, and depending on the quality of your parts, I've had parts from somebody that they want me to do miracles with, and I'm like, I'm done because it was coming from a cheap ass place where you think you're going to save money. And you know what? You don't save money because the clown here is going to work his shit off to make it right. And then you know what? You get burned.
Yeah. Well, I know when I talk to a lot of people, and I talk to a lot of people because, first of all, I'm a chatty Cathy. I love talking. But when you talk to some of these people and you ask them questions about business, no offense. I mean, I've had my own business since 1997. I've learned every hard lesson you could possibly learn. I'm not God at it, but at the end of the day, you either make money or you lose money. That's just life. If you work for yourself, you have to know what your bottom line is. You got to know what you're spending and what you're making. Because sometimes you're painting a bike, them big baggers, and when you're actually done painting it and the customer receives it, you're only making $8 an hour. And
Exactly.
but
That's why,
yeah,
listen, if I have pushed quite a few paint job, I have paid half of the paint job because the customer didn't want to pay what I was asking. And I was like, I'm going to push it anyway because it's publicity for you. You know, it's a rolling publicity for you. So I do it. I've done it. Leafing, texture, flake, candies, you name it. I've done it. And at the end, I mean, I got one bike that I haven't seen put together, a guy from Texas. And I put the mother load on this bike, and I never seen the bike put together.
yeah,
So what is it for me to push so hard for something that people do not appreciate and I put my heart and soul in this stuff? No. You know, I have done a bike for Daytona. I was happy that the guy showed up. It was not my type of paint, but I did what he want me to do. And when they posted the bike on Instagram or whatever, my name was not tagged with this bike.
really.
So, you go on, and I've tried all kind of stuff. I tried to hook up with shops. I tried to work in a shop and splitting, the paint booth or whatever. And you know what? You always end up eating the dirt.
Really?
So if you don't have enough balls to work, and I mean, I take care of everything here. I'm not perfect. I do not price my work right, but I love what I do. I get in here at 7 in the morning and I get out at 8 o'clock at night, and I worked all day and I got all kind of things to do. You got the papers to do. You got new customers that want ideas. You need sketches to do. You got parts like I'm flaking parts that need to be sanded, re-cleared, reflaked. Um, this work, you just don't get appreciated. I mean, if they knew exactly, I mean, bring them in the shop and roll their sleeves and get them to work. Then they would appreciate maybe what you're doing, really.
Well, I think that's kind of relative. I think there's a lot of people out there that when they have to do that type of work, it's tedious. You know, when
It's
you have to
you
polish.
have to you have to be picky from the get go, from cleaning the under of the fenders. You know, if you're getting a bike, not a fresh parts, that needs to be scrubbed up. I mean, that you can eat out of it. And I mean, I do everything. I do everything from cleaning, bare metal, grind, body work, candy, flake, buffing and polishing all my shit, pearl, whatever paint effect you want, texture, gold leafing. I do everything. The only thing I don't do is pinstriping.
Really?
I do everything. Listen, when you're waiting on people to help you to do something, you can't wait. You know, if you're busy, you cannot wait. So you put your hands in it and you do it.
Well, see, I think that's something with painters. I think painters are a special breed of human being. And if I sat here and I gave you every story that I've gotten from painters, you'd be like, wow, wow. It
Oh yeah.
it wasn't their talent that was shitty. It was the human beings that were shitty. Their talent was good. They were just shitty people. So when you meet good people that do good paint work, but get into situations like my buddy Brian, you know, he's doing this project and then all of a sudden the paint just peels off the bike. Okay. Well, when you look at the problem, you would think, well, shit, he's a shitty painter. But that wasn't the problem. It was the part, it was the tour pack part that was coming apart. And you don't know those things until after you paint them. Shit happens. But then when you try to explain it to customers or you try to explain it to people, hey, this is going to take another 2 or 3 weeks to get done.
You go you go down easy. If something happened, it doesn't take long. You down the shitter, and I'm like, for real? Dude, that's one thing. I mean,
Well, that's what I've been told is a painter can paint 10 perfect bikes, but as soon as one messes up, he's the shittiest painter in the world. I'll give you a story. And I saw this physically happen right after I started the grind. And I'll say his name wrong. Steve Wisniewski. You know
yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That dude is a monster of a painter.
Oh yeah.
But there was a whole year where he got beat up every day because his paint peeled and people were talking, well, he doesn't know how to mix paint. He does it the way he wants to do it. He da 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 da. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, wow, how is this guy ever going to rebound? You know what he did? He didn't do anything. He just kept working.
Yeah.
And it came back around. And now almost everybody in the paint industry looks at Steve Wisniewski like, damn, that dude's badass because he does everything from airbrushing to line work to candies to gold leafing, pinstripe. He does everything.
Yeah, and he's really, really good. I know it.
Okay, so I was wrong about Brian. He said, wrong, Kevin. It was the base coat under the candy from the paint supply store that was not mixed right from them, not the part. Okay, so
Oh,
what the part? It was the product that he bought was bad. It was mixed wrong. So when he bought it, it was already bad to fail before he ever sprayed it. But there's no way. There's no way for you to look at the material and say that material's bad.
no, no, you cannot. No, especially if you're picky as shit, and I mean, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody, and that stuff happened. Then you're scratching your head. You're like, what have I done wrong? So no, it's hard. No, it's hard to say. It's like batch of clears. I spray a set of. I did spray a set of bags one time, and oh my god, I was like, there was craters everywhere, and I had hard work on that, and I had to peel all that crap off. It was a bad batch of clear, not because I don't spray right. It was a bad batch of clear, and I had to take all that stuff off. They resent me some other clear. I was like, holy shit. No, you never know.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of what I was saying is that, but then you get a bad name. It's like, well, you don't even know what you're doing. But when you're mixing paints, you got to think a paint is a chemical, a clear is a chemical, a primer is a chemical, and you got to know how to mix those paints with the hardeners, with solvents, or what. I don't know paint. I don't. I am the king of the rattle can mafia. That's what I am. I'm the king of the rattle can mafia.
I mean, yeah, I have a lot of friends that really loves me, and they know what I've been through, everything, and they always tell me that you don't have nothing to prove to nobody.
Well, you got to sometimes think that when these big name bike builders are building bikes, um, they use certain painters to do certain things. Certain painters get really good at one thing. Certain painters get good at other things. And occasionally you'll end up with a painter that can do a lot of stuff like Steve Wisniewski can. Uh,
Yeah.
he's able to fix it on the fly because he's the one doing it. But there are those times, and I say it now. I have more respect for painters now since I have become really good friends with 3 painters. I'd like to say 4, but I've become really good friends with 3 painters. So I get to hear the woes of the issues, and sometimes things are going good, sometimes they're going bad. Just like metal work. When people do half-ass metal work and then they just bondo the shit out of it. That's cheating to me. But you're
No,
only seeing the finished product, the paint.
no, you know what? It's gonna bounce back in your face along the run. Why cutting corners? Why doing the things that you're not supposed to do? I mean, I don't do fast job. I do it right or go somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I'm trying to really say is that painters are starting to get bad names off of one bad paint job when it's not even actually your fault. It's products.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, I've also been the kind of person that I believe talent's going to show through at the end of the day. I mean, you cannot hide talent. You can't.
There you go. And then you know what? I mean, that's why sometimes I don't always put artwork on Facebook. I put just plain, classy paint job that you see how it shines. You see the combination of colors. You see what I fix. Then it shows people that all the stuff we do.
Well, I think it's also kind of funny that a lot of painters, with the exception of Michel Lefrancois, most all painters only show you the before and the after. Michelle Lefrancois, she does TikToks of the entire thing. So you get to see her beating on the metal, cutting it out,
It's
welding it
great.
in.
It's freaking great. I just haven't had time. Listen, I run like a chicken with my head cut off as soon as I get in here.
Well, I know, but my whole point is that like even you right now, you have the sack to say, I'm not taking any more work for 8 weeks. I'm not doing it. And that's another thing I've tried to talk to people about in business. You can train your customers. You can train them. This is how it works. If you don't like what my boundaries are, I can refer you to someone else that can meet your boundaries.
I'm going to tell you something here, honestly. I've started this job on my own with my own little money of my own pocket in investing everything I was making. And what was I going to say? Shit.
Get up and go walk through that door and then walk back through it. You'll remember.
I know. No, I mean, listen, I have been painting for 30 years. A lot of these years as a hobby. I had to quit my day job because I was getting overwhelmed with the paint work. Um, and honestly, I think my first full bike was in 2007. My name was not even mentioned, and that bike was in the Easy Rider magazine, I think. My name was never mentioned.
Really? Was it? Did you do it for a shop or for an individual?
For a shop.
You don't want to
Also,
say the shop's name?
um, I'm not gonna mention it. I don't want to have no rebound. I don't think they are still open nowadays. I think they're done. I had painted this rose pink flake bike. It was a chopper. It was all pink
Yeah.
with heart shaped flames on it. It was the real old school stuff, and I paid most of the material. I wanted it so bad that I promised me so much. And you know what? They were in the shop, having a good time, and I was back there working my ass off, and it didn't go far.
I
You know,
love it.
you
I,
try, you try. You always hope, to. I mean, I'm a loner. I'm a lone wolf, and I'm gonna eat peanut butter sandwiches if I have to. I don't care. But for some reason, I don't know. It's hard to hook up with people. It's hard. The good people, they don't exist much anymore. It's hard.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, and I tell everybody openly, I don't do seats, I don't build bikes, I don't do it full time anymore. I stopped doing it full time in 2008, the end of 2008, because of the economy.
That's
This everything I do is a want. There's not a single thing I do that's a need.
Yeah. Well, that just the same thing with me with the bikes, but nowadays, I mean, when the pandemic, I thought it was going to be going down, and you know what? No, because the motorcycle industry keep the people alive.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh yeah,
personal dude, whatever you are, the personal dude, whoever you are, if you have a big rig, a little chopper, whatever it is, if they are happy to have paint work done, to have their motorcycle looking nice, taken care of, and coming out of the shop with some new, because a lot of time they do not do anything else. You get on your bike and you go for a ride, and then that worth $1 million.
yeah. Well, yes, everybody, that's why in a recession, bars do so well because when people are depressed, thinking about everything, what do they want to do? They want to go drink. That's why in depressions, the bars are always doing well. Same thing like right now. Everybody was mandatory, stay home, wear a mask, do this, that, and the other. But what did they want to do? They want to do the opposite of that. They want to go and get in the wind and ride and enjoy
Yeah.
the freedoms and
And
stuff.
and you're by yourself. Listen, you get on the road, you're by yourself. I mean, we are lucky here in Florida that we didn't get that bad with this mask and the lockdown shit.
Oh, as soon as she said that, now she got to go away. What the hell? What the heck? Oh, maybe Meta took her off. What the hell? Oh, crap. Well, we're going to have to bring her back. Where'd she go? Man. Anyway, so that's pretty much the hour, but I'm actually going to stay on just a little bit more just in case. Um, crap. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Well, here it is. Big Brother got it. Yeah. No, I don't think she's gonna be labeled a shitty painter. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her, but we're gonna have her back on because she has more. Um, she has more to say. Where is she? I don't see her. No, not here. Not here. You're not. Shit. Oh. Okay, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna have to send her the link again so she can get back in. Oh goodness. Hopefully she'll come back in real quick and we can wrap this up. So hey Chad Kidder, good to see you in here. Don Nolan, yeah, the government's watching. Bob Bolognese. Uh, man, I wish I could see who everybody was watching it. Anyway, you guys, while we're sitting here, take the time and all you gotta do is push the share button, share the video. Um, we've had a pretty big audience tonight. Good thing. Another thing, if you see any of the advertisements for the grind, share them because I'm looking for more builders. I want to get more builders in. I want things to work out. But anyway, Michelle's back. Hopefully we can hear you. Are you there? Yeah, now we can't hear you. Can't hear you. Man, this was going good, dude. This was going so good, man. She's in the painter protection program. Oh my God. Anyway, can't hear you. Well, all right, everybody. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. But we need to get Michelle back on here, finish up this interview, start over. Um, but anyway, so like I said, get ready for the 2022. We're going to make this happen again, do another documentary. It's all going to be really cool. If you're in the build off, please get me your declaration, sign it, send me your $150 check for your sign, and give me your $2,500. Let's get this thing rolling. But anyway, you guys go have a great night. Remember, go on over to YouTube and do the grind biker build off on YouTube. And anyway, go follow it, share the videos. We will chat with you guys next Thursday night, unless something comes up.